Hello everyone, this is Jasmine, aka Gladiatorinsweats, and I'm here with the daily tarot message for today, August 6th, I believe, and it's Monday, so happy Monday to everyone. So, just gonna dive right into it. So, the galactic signature for today is the yellow spectral sun. As we round off the last few days of this 13-day wave spell, we're coming through to this completion for what I feel is this dissolution and shaking off of all the things I've been talking about, all the deserving habits, all the things that really don't actually resonate with who we truly are at a soul level. And there's further integration of this light body activation that's been going on. The yellow sun makes me think of cosmic consciousness. Even when you think about the sun card in tarot, it's usually a very big, bright yellow circle orb in the center of the card. And it always makes me think of the crown chakra. And so, again, as I've been saying, there's this stripping away from the facades, the walls that we create to kind of mask who it is that we really are. Not even to create this mask, but this is essentially the masks that we have been socialized to wear or socialized to even create. And so, again, as I've been talking about this past week of us accessing this higher spiritual knowledge and then actually integrating it into ourselves, into our lives, into the way that we carry ourselves, and into this new / old way of being. Or again, as I keep trying to emphasize, it's not necessarily that it's new, it's just that it's the you that has always been you, before you forgot that all of these things that you go through are just part of the story. It's all part of the game for you to learn, but that ultimately, your soul is I don't want to even just say unchanged. It's just that this is the body, the physical body that we maneuver in. This is just a body for which we move around to experience. And knowing that ultimately things that strip away or things that we lose, all of these things, it's not ultimately parts of us that we're losing. It's experiences that are stripping away parts of us, or just parts of us in this certain experience that need to be stripped away in order for us to, as I keep mentioning, fully embark on these new journeys, these new paths, and just to move into these divine changes that are taking place. So just to get into the cards real quick, we have this 10 of Pentacles with this Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups. And so the 10 of Pentacles makes me think of Venus being in Libra. It makes me think of beauty, grace, aesthetic, but not just that. This 10 of Pentacles in particular makes me think of wealth. It makes me think of like inherited wealth or long-term wealth, and this can be seen in a material way, but as I've been mentioning, especially since we had the Hierophant come up yesterday in one of our daily readings, I see this again as an actual undiscovering of abilities, of skills, of talents, of spiritual, mental wealth, knowledge, things of that nature. I just see this as being very rich. And again, as I did mention, Venus is in its home of Libra. And, Venus being in its home of Libra and its domicile where it belongs with the energy of beauty, of balance, of aesthetic, as I've been mentioning, of what is fair, what is just, and what is harmonious. And this also just makes me think of, what is harmonious and divine in order and synchronicity with everything. And so I'm also seeing this again as all this playing a part in these divine changes and this design shift that's going on. And so with this Ace of Cups and this 10 of Pentacles, I see this actually as just like the 6 of Pentacles that I pulled yesterday, I believe, at the bottom of the deck. At some point, I feel this again as these skills, these talents, this wealth just pouring really into us, and pouring into us and overflowing out of us, to where maybe we're actually wanting to share these skills, share this wealth, share this knowledge. But here with this Eight of Cups at the bottom, I feel like it's just a further remembrance of us, again, of us looking at things from a different way, of us actually being in a space to actually have emotional discernment. Like when I look at this card, he feels very sad, or seems sad, but it seems more of a sadness out of choices that he had to make, as opposed to like something that someone else decided outside of himself. And so again, I feel this as having some sort of emotional discernment between the things that we're interacting with and the emotional ties that we have. I believe actually had a Five of Wands that may have flew out at some point. And so again, I feel like this is there's this tug of war, almost this back and forth, this struggle between, I feel, between who we are and who our ego is clinging to be, this defense that is kind of holding on. And so I feel like there's this battle between our deepest inner strength and our inner foundation, and between this, I guess what I would just call this weaker, more lackluster foundation that's been built upon just like 3D or external ways, I guess, if that makes sense, where what's on outside of us is what stabilizes us. And again, I feel like this is about us actually discovering this internal foundation. And even when we're talking about inherited, this could be about our bloodlines, our familial lines, but this could even be past that, even further than that, be with our soul group, the inheritances that came with us being just on this planet, in this body, during this lifetime, of us actually just really uncovering and fully indulging in these creative gifts that we have, that we came here purposefully in order to help us, in order to help others as well. And I feel there's like a sense of having learning the first time, and that this next time around, whatever that means for you, is more stable, is more structured, is more, more just, or just more harmonious for what it is that you desire. And not just that, but I just feel like there's just grand abundance. With this Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, even underneath this Eight of Cups, we have this King of Pentacles, Prince of Pentacles, and then we also have the Magician and Empress. And so I feel, again, there's this abundance, this power, and it's really this connection to divine source that is ultimately, I feel, pouring in, where we're really just beginning to access, whether it's our full gifts, it could even be maybe our full memories of certain things. Maybe we're accessing our full remembrances of certain past lives, or things of that nature. But again, I ultimately feel that all of this creative energy, or all of this newfound knowledge, or all of these new talents, or even, again, if this is like a monetary thing, all of this new wealth, ultimately here for us to be able to use it in a more just way, in a way that more aligns with our future slash present, I guess, if you will. So yeah, I'm just in it there. So I hope that made sense. Thank you so much for tuning in and just for supporting. So feel free to check out any of the past content in the previous videos. I am working on a new moon reading for us, since we will have that actually in a few days or so. And other than that, I guess just check out the description box for any more info, ways to find me online, which is mostly just Instagram, and ways to book readings. Other than that, until next time.